Welcome to the Saturday Update. I'm Nicole Gunn. Emirates Airlines has announced it's suspending flights to Australia's three biggest cities until further notice. It will no longer fly to Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane for operational reasons, but the twice-weekly flights between Dubai and Perth will continue. Western Australia is relaxing border restrictions for Victorians. From Monday, anyone travelling from Victoria will no longer need an exemption, but they must still quarantine for 14 days and return a negative test for the virus. New figures have revealed federal government grants have pushed home lending to record highs. According to data from the Bureau of Statistics, the total value of new loan commitments for housing hit $24 billion in November. The UK has announced tough new border restrictions as COVID cases soar. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced that international travellers will be refused entry if they can't prove they don't have the virus.
You must have proof of a negative COVID test that you have taken in the 72 hours before leaving, and you must have filled in your passenger locator form, and your airline will ask for proof of both before you take off.
The global death toll has now topped 2 million, with more than 93 million cases reported worldwide. The US has recorded the most deaths, with close to 390,000. In entertainment news, Legend and Bruce Springsteen are to perform at Joe Biden's inauguration next week, joining Lady Gaga and Jennifer Lopez. Actresses Eva Longoria and Kerry Washington have been tapped to introduce segments of the ceremony. And Ben Affleck has revealed Jennifer Lopez copped sexist and racist abuse during their relationship in the early 2000s. Affleck says ugly and vicious things were written about her, and he's glad she's finally getting the recognition and respect that she deserves. Liam Neeson has announced he's retiring from action movies because he's getting too old for it. The Taken star says there are still a couple in the works, but after that, he's done. To sport, the Melbourne Stars celebrated their first game of the season at the MCG with a 111-run win over the Adelaide Strikers. They rolled the Strikers for just 68 runs. Adam Zampa, the star for the home side.
Bowled in. 5 wickets for Zampa. Outstanding at the MCG, and the Stars steamroll the Strikers.
And in NBL, Melbourne United too good for the 36ers in the opening game of the season, winning 89-65. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.